Happy day, oh happy day, oh happy day, oh happy day. When Jesus walked, wash my sins away, oh happy day. Mikey James, happy, Mikey, me and you gonna grow up, man. We gonna sip a soda somewhere in the South. Mikey James finally, after wanting to beat me up last year, actually this year, he subscribed this year. He has finally come to the light, my son. So, Cleveland Indians, Cleveland Indians are in second place. All right, let's listen to what Siri has to say about this. Maybe Siri can sip soda in the South. Sody, I need some more soda. That ain't right. All right, let me ask Siri some questions. What place is Cleveland in?
Which sport? Baseball, basketball, or football?
Baseball.
The Indians finished the season 102-60. That is first place in the AL Central.
Who's in first place in the MLB?
The Dodgers finished in first place in the MLB this season with a record of 104-58.
Yeah, see? And only two teams finished with 100 or more. The other ones are 90 and 90 something and down. Well, obviously. But well, not obviously. Because some of them finished like like the Tigers, 64. But the Tigers have pretty much been disbanded ever since they lost Verlander. They had a fire sale. So they're going to be doing some rebuilding. I was worried about the Red Sox. The Red Sox finished with 93 games. You know, they're still in. They still have a chance. And then, of course, the Yankees 91. And the Twins, not really, 85. The Royals, 80. Uh, Not really worried about those guys too much. But, you know. But Mike's team was. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. The Astros finished 101. So yeah, there's the Astros. Who's Mike? That's Mike's team. That's who's Verlander is on now. Justin Verlander. He's on the Astros and Houston. So everybody thought Houston was going to get the tribute this year, and they still might. It's not over yet. The World Series hasn't even started, but we can see who's doing what. You know, so they finished 101. They're right behind Cleveland. Cleveland's 102, and the Dodgers, or yeah, the Dodgers. The Dodgers, LA Dodgers are 104. So that's pretty doggone close. That's pretty close. You also have Chicago, who's at 92, and you have the National Washington, who's at 97, and you also have the Diamondbacks, who's at 93. You know, the Rockies, Colorado, 87. Yeah, you know, eh, Colorado. Cardinals, 83. I don't know. I don't know. Throw those in there. Milwaukee, 86. You know, so there's like your top 10 teams there, who's in the top 80s to 100. You know, here's your top guys, and then you're gonna start messing around with the Rays at 80, and so on and so forth. But I chose Cleveland, and once again, I chose Cleveland knowing absolutely nothing about what place they were in or anything. I just chose them. I'm gonna tell you guys what, I don't watch baseball. I haven't watched baseball in 40 years or more. Uh, it's boring to me. So I don't watch it because it's boring. I like the highlights. I like to see the laser beam throws from, center field to home. I like stuff like that. I like to see I don't really care about the grand slams or nothing like that. I like the Superman catches when they jump up on the thing. I like those. I don't really care about the home runs. I like the base to base stuff. Ricky Henderson stealing bases. I like the speed of the game. Things along that line. The science in the pitching. I'm really into how just putting a little salve on the ball can make the ball drop 2 inches when you pitch it. There's a lot of people were cheating doing that. Back in the days of Goose Gossage. And speaking of the Astros, Nolan Ryan, the A Train. So that lets you guys know when I watched baseball last, back when Goose Gossage was pitching. So that was 30 years or so more ago. But that's when I was in it. I didn't really care about the Barry Bonds era because it was just ridiculous. Him and Mark McGuire. I was more into when Pete Rose was playing. You know, during that time. So just let you guys know my age and my enthusiasm towards the newer players is like, it's just so much cheating was going on. So I just, Barry Bonds looked like a doggone football player. He got huge. Him and Mark McGuire, and it was just. Then they found out that the Canseco, and they found out they were all cheating, and it just spoiled it all for me. So I was never really interested after that. But I'm always interested in how fast somebody can pitch the ball. 96, 97, make the ball just do what they want. Can pretty much loop it and just make it drop right in front of your face. And you're like, a 3-inch breaking curve. All that sciencey stuff, that stuff I really, really, really dig. You know, so but Cleveland, the reason why I chose Cleveland is simply because I keep saying this. I think Cleveland's going to be the city of champions this year. This year for 2017 for the MLB, and next year for basketball. Football is just not going to happen, but I think they're going to get basketball and baseball. I just really think it's going to happen. And the reason why is because of LeBron James. I only chose Cleveland because of LeBron James. I can see them bringing that city up to that level. Right now is the time to do it because when somebody asked me, when Sanchez asked me to do a prediction on baseball, and I start looking around, I was like, I picked Cleveland. I thought about LeBron James. And then when I start really looking at it, I saw that Cleveland hadn't won since 1928. They won in like '06 or something like that, 1906, and then they won in another 1928, and it's like 50 years. And then it struck a chord with me for you numbers guys. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. They haven't won, pennant or whatever it is in like 60 or something years. And then I was looking at when the last time they won a baseball or a basketball championship. I'm like, that's been like 50 years. Then I start thinking, you guys aren't going to be that good anytime soon after LeBron leaves. I'm like, it's just like all this attention when LeBron came back. I was like, all this attention that you guys are getting, all this revenue you guys are getting. Once again, I went to Cleveland before LeBron left and after he left, and it was a huge financial difference. So I think that they're really hustling to get Cleveland baseball and Cleveland basketball into the record books. Right now is the time. Look, it's the time to do it right now because LeBron is going to vacate Cleveland once again, and when he does, they'll retire his jersey there, but if he ever comes back, he'll just be on the sidelines. If he plays, it won't be often. He'll just be just that dude. You know what I mean? So it'll be like Michael Jordan in Washington. So I link that all in with LeBron and the revenue that he brings. That's how I made my prediction. So we'll see what happens. Right now, so far, so good. But thank you, Michael, for your kind words. He says, right now, I think that Cleveland's going to take it. What did he say? He said that because Cavs. He thinks the Cavs are going to take the championship because they stacked their lineup. And I didn't ask him about baseball, so I'm betting 10-1 when the World Series starts. Michael's going to be Hey, I think that Cleveland's going to win. But still, he's on my side now with basketball. So, oh, happy day to you, Michael James. And we live in the same city, bro. We need to get up, and bro, up, have a burger, man. It's your boy Tone 202, man. God loves y'all.